Welcome back to Chuck 14 and welcome to a very special vlog number 200. And because it's vlog number 200, we're not taking a look at one, but we're taking a look at two awesome Transformers figures, which are my favorites. Blaster, the Shattered Glass Blaster. Let's take 200 to the max. Let's check them out. And here we've got the two blasters in their packaging, and this is what Blaster meant in the movie when he said, "No way, two can play." So we've got two blasters here, and the first one is the direct homage to the G1 Transformers Blaster. So this is how he looked in G1. This is just a reissue, it's not an original toy. And this is how he looks in a modern version to Kawatomi Kingdom Warfare Cybertron. I know that this guy released for a long time already, and there's a new release of Blaster in Legacy, but this is the one that I've got. And if it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can be notified of any new updates, new videos of my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and all the good stuff. And now back on with the video. And I've waited before opening him to get the Shattered Glass one because this one looks awesome as well. And this one comes with Eject and this one comes with Rewind. So let's see the two cassettes, what we're gonna do with them. So let's take a look at the box art. Really awesome box art for both Blaster and Shattered Glass Blaster. So here's a Voyager class and so is the other one. So in the back of the packaging you have the product shots, same transformations in 20 step, and then you have the different artworks for the Kingdom, and then this is another artwork of Shattered Glass Blaster, and then not much on the top and not much on the bottom. So let's take these two guys out of the box and check them out. And I also forgot to mention, since I got this from Hasbro Pulse, Shattered Glass Blaster came with a comic book, and this is the comic book. So now we've seen the comic book, let's check out the two awesome blasters. And here we've got both blasters and everything that comes with them in the box. So first off, the Kingdom Blaster does come with this card. It's Black Arachnia, and again you have this sticker. And then on the back it's Black Arachnia as well. As you can see there, really nice. I love this Kingdom cards. And then you have both instruction sheets for both figures. So I love the colors on the Shattered Glass one, really awesome. That blue and pink dynamic really kills it. Then you have this neon green for the Kingdom, just like all the other Kingdom figures. And now here we've got the two figures, and they come with two blasters. So this is the Shattered Glass cannon for Shattered Glass Blaster, and this is the one for Kingdom Blaster. As you can see, I love the blue color, like blue dark violet color in this one. Then this I think is indigo, and then you see the black one for Blaster. And I do have the G1 reissue gun for the G1 Blaster, and comparing him with the Kingdom gun for the Blaster figure, it's a really big cannon for the G1, so it still retains that big hole in the middle thing. And now let's take a look at their cassettes, and we do have Autobot Rewind and Eject. So in the G1 cartoon, both of them were with G1 Blaster, so that's why I really wanted to get this Shattered Glass one, so I could have two cassettes for Blaster, because my Soundwave has all his minions, and then I didn't get the double dealer from the Earthrise line, so I'm gonna give this Decepticon knock to Shattered Glass Blaster, so he has his cassette. And also for comparison, you can see the cassette compared with Rewind and Eject, so that's how they look like. So let's take a look at Eject. It's a really nice colored blue cassette, and the translucent plastic blue and the gold color, or I think it's bright yellow. I'm really scared that this will break because translucent plastic is not really strong, but they look really nice. And then here's Rewind with the red translucent. This guy has more paint apps. It's got this silver paint as well as the white paint on the legs, or I mean on the arms, and he looks better. So for transformation, these two are quite simple, just like Soundwave's minions. So this is the most difficult part, getting the head out. If you don't have long fingernails, it's gonna be hard for you to take out. So you take out the head, spin it around, and then you fold down his legs like this. So you untab them and then fold it down. You just swing it around so these would face forward. As you can see, the translucent plastic really looks nice. And then you fold down the arms, and then you just swing them around as well. So you have this hinge over here. So you can also see that there's 5mm holes on the side. You can peg in the weapons or any weapon here. So here he is in robot mode, and this guy really looks awesome. As you can see there, that head sculpt really looks great, and he's got painted eyes for such a small figure. I love how this guy looks compared to the Rumble and Frenzy. So this guy will have the same transformation. So let's transform him into robot mode. And here he is in robot mode. And so let's take a look at his head sculpt as well. You can see he's got red painted eyes. It really looks great. And then the blue face mask or face shield really looks great. Then, as I've said, he's got painted arms, so you can see the sculpting better as compared to the translucent blue plastic of Eject. So you see the ports over here where you can put in weapons, and then the legs. So comparing both of them, you can see them side by side. They really look great together. And now you see you got both of Blaster's minions in the robot modes, and now you have Soundwave's Frenzy over here. And as you can see, I really hate how the arms on this figure look. And then the articulation in this one is way better as well compared to these guys. So the only thing missing from these two are they don't have Autobot symbol painted on them. And then you also have Ravage over here, so you can see the size comparison. And then for articulation, the head is on a mushroom peg, so you can turn 360. Then can look up due to the transformation hinge. And then his arms can't move. And then his arms can move 360 as well over here, which is really nice. Articulation can move out that far, and then you got the ball joint here for the elbow, so more than 90 degree, and then it can swivel as well, which is really nice. Then the feet can kick forward that far, kick backward that far. You can do the splits, and you have more than 90 degree bend because of the transformation, and no feet articulation because his feet is non-existent. Now we've taken a look at the minions. It's time we take a close look at Kingdom Blaster and Shattered Gas Blaster. So let's take a look at Kingdom Blaster's head sculpt, and as you can see here, he's got blue painted eyes. He's got this painted visor on the top of the head, and I love that great looking Autobot logo on the chest. You can see all the sculpted details on the arms, the shoulders. This guy really looks great. And then the torso, and of course the legs. You can see really G1-esque look, and you have all the sculpted details over here as well as the speakers. He really looks great, and I love the back as well. This guy really looks great in robot mode, and as you can see, he's got his pointing finger here curved, so he can push this just like Soundwave. He can push this, and the cartridge will open here so that his minion can eject, which is a really nice touch for these Transformers. And then let's take a look at Shattered Glass Blaster's figure, and then you see that black face, really menacing, and then those red eyes, really great looking figure. And then you have mostly gray colored, and then I like the teal blue or the sky blue color matched with a purple Autobot logo. This guy really looks awesome as well. And then as like with Blaster, he's got the same pointing finger which can push here and do the eject thing, so you can see he can open that. And then it's also nice because it's got articulation here on the wrist that will make it push that eject button. Well, these two really look good together because their colors are really contrasting. This looks really dark, but these two really look better with Blaster compared to this guy. And now let's take a look at this Blaster's articulation. So the head is on a mushroom peg. It can look up that much, can look down that much, and the head can turn 360. The shoulders can turn 360 as well as move out that far. You got that bicep swivel and then 90-degree bend on the elbow, and then the wrist can move in and out, but no, it can't turn 360, just that hinge for the transformation. And he has waist swivel, so it's really nice. Then he can kick forward that far, kick backward that far because this skirt will move out. And then you have the thigh cut as well, and he can do the splits, and he's got 90-degree bend on the knees, and then his feet has this up and down motion for the toes, and it's got this ankle rocker joint just like all the other Transformers figures, which is really nice, so makes this figure really well articulated. So let's give them their weapons. So you've got Blaster here, and Shattered Glass Blaster with his blaster as well. And now we're ready for some size comparison, so we can show these two guys with the different figures in my collection. And first off, of course, we will show him with the Decepticon Soundwave. And as you can see, Blaster's a little bit bigger than Soundwave, just like in the G1 toy. Leader Class Astro Train. And now we got Studio Series Hot Rods. Love the scale on these figures. And of course, the leader of the Autobots. Here we've got Optimus Prime, and they look awesome together. And of course, here is the G1 Blaster reissue, and it's a gigantic figure compared to the Kingdom Blaster. So let's take the camera out a little bit so you can see the whole figure. As you can see, this guy towers all over them. So that's it for the size comparisons. It's time to transform Blaster so he can rock and roll. And now to transform Blaster. It's a pretty awesome transformation. It's simple, but it's engaging, so it's almost just like the G1 transformation, but they have made some awesome engineering on this one. First up, you open the back so you can fold in the head. So once you've got Blaster's head there, you can take the shoulders out and then spin this around and then fold down the wrists. Same thing on the other side. Spin it around, fold the wrists, and then the lower forearms can fold into the elbows just like that. Then fold both arms down, and then you can swing the waist around, so this one will be pointing forward, so you can also fold this forward so you have some clearance. And then on the feet you can open this part, as you can see here, and then fold this up. And then you just do the same thing on the other side, and then you can spin them around. And as you can see here, you can fold up the toes, and you can also swivel this so that the speakers with the grills are outside. Same thing on here. Fold them in. Swivel the speakers, so you have that going on, and then you have to have these speakers pointing forward. And the tricky part of the transformation is you see these two tabs, you have to line it up so it will insert into those slots over here, because if you don't line it up, these fists won't line up to get into the cavity over here, and it won't tab. Same thing on this side, so that's the tricky part, so you have to line it up. So first thing is you have to see that, tab it in here, and same thing on the other side. Once you have them tabbed in, that will lock in the arms, and this waist swivel won't move, so you really have to tab them in so you can lock that in place. And you can also see there's two tabs on both legs which will slot into here, but according to the instructions, after you tab them here, you can fold this down, but I find it better when you fold this after you folded up the legs, so you have more clearance. So once you have them tabbed in, one helpful thing is also when you fold this in, you hold this on the top of the wrist so you can like guide it up. And then on this side you have this tab which will tab into this part of the chest. Same thing on here, so you can line it up and it will fold in, which will lock in the chest. And then same thing on the other side, so just, and also when you hold it like this, it helps that it doesn't untab on the bottom, so it'll be easier for you. So once you have both tabbed in here on the chest, you can tab both slots into the legs. And final part for the transformation, you take these things out, so the handlebars are pegged into here. You can see the tab which was slotted into the hole, and then you just connect these two, and now you've got Blaster in his blaster mode. And you also have weapon storage for Blaster, and you see there's a hole here which can slot into this part here, so it will slot in like this. So you have weapon storage for the cannon. And now you got Blaster in the boombox mode. So Shattered Glass Blaster is the same thing, same transformation. So let's get Shattered Glass Blaster into the boombox mode. And here we've got Shattered Glass Blaster in his boombox mode as well, and these two look awesome together. And of course, what's a boombox without the cassette tape? So let's press the eject button so we can put the cassettes in there. They really look great, and as you can see here, we've got the boomboxes ready to rock. And also for some size comparison, here is the old G1 Blaster, and you can see how big this guy is. And of course, for size comparison, here he is also with the Soundwave cassette mode, and they really look great together. He doesn't feel left out. Here's the Light Tower Soundwave. As you can see there, I didn't want to transform this guy into the spaceship because I don't like that alt mode. So this has been BubbaChuck14 and my 200 vlog, my review for Shattered Glass Blaster and Kingdom Blaster, both really awesome figure. And I'm really happy with this figure, the Kingdom Blaster, because I've always wanted someone to face off with Soundwave, and now I've got Blaster, and we can put them all together in awesome battles. And their minions are awesome as well. Autobot Rewind is a really awesome looking figure with all their paint apps, and this one as well, Eject, although I would have wished he got more paint apps just like Rewind, but both are really awesome compared to the Rumble and Frenzy figure. So that has been BubbaChuck14. Thank you for staying with me for 200 videos, and I hope you stayed for more, because up next we still got more Transformers and G.I. Joe classified figures and other stuff as well to vlog. So thank you, and Give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, celebrate life, be a miracle.